Joined by FS1 NFL analyst James Harrison. Good to have you back with us. I see you brought your homework, your notes. Good.
You did a lot of work.
I'm excited to hear this, but I'm going to start with Shannon.
Yes.
What do those comments from Mahomes tell you?
I think Coach Belichick still has it, that he can confuse opposing quarterbacks, considering this young man threw for 50 touchdowns. That's saying something. And that's what happens a lot of times. Alex Gibb, the old offensive line coach, Skip, when he would get up on the board and we going over defense, he said, son, we're not going to chase ghosts, because we'll be here all day and night trying to prepare for everything they could possibly give us. He says, now, they're going to show us something that we haven't had an opportunity to go over. Let's not throw a pick six. Let's not get John hit in the back and get a scoop and score, and let's get TD back to the line of scrimmage, and then we can come over to the sideline and we can discuss it. You see, we showed in the montage, Skip, Dante Hightower fooled him. Thought he could sneak it by him. Dante picked him off, runs it back to the 4. But they were able to get down and sell it down. But in a game of this magnitude, I'm afraid especially against this team, there are some teams, Skip, you can turn the ball over, you could overcome it. The Patriots are generally not one of those teams that if you turn the ball over against them, especially in these moments, because they live for this, they make you pay the ultimate price. And they cash in, not with field goals, but with touchdowns. And so that's one of the things that he's going to have to guard against. But what it tells me, that's what, he's like, well, hey, they fooled me. They had some looks that we had not seen. And that's saying something, Skip, because the Pittsburgh Steelers ran a coverage against us, Skip. I had never seen the coverage before. And I'm supposed to go down the hole, but against cover 2. And the safety is on the hash. Well, to me, that's quarters coverage. I'm running basic cross. And Mike, I'm coming to the sideline. Mike's like, what are you doing? I'm like, what do you mean? It's quarters coverage. The backside, they're playing half the field. It was cover 6 kicks. Y'all played a lot of that, didn't you? Yeah.
We played 26.
Yeah. And so, Skip, we had to go back to the sideline and says, I don't care. Go down the hole regardless, because it's going to open up the backside. And so that's what you have to do. Let's not turn the ball over. Let's get to the sideline, diagram what they're doing and how we're going to attack it, and live to see another day. So kudos to him. But to fool this young man with the tight season that he has, that just goes to show you, old Coach Belichick still got some tricks up his sleeve. Yeah, that would tell me.
Impressive. What do you think, James?
I think it was Mahomes saying that, I was a little confused that game, and I showed my age, but at the same time, he still had like 110 passer rating, and he's saying, you know what, those 2 picks, you confused me. But this time, you're not going to confuse me. See, something that Tom Brady does is he goes back lineages. He looks at the D coordinator, and if he de-coordinated somewhere else, he says, you know what, this is what they did here. He said, they gave me something they hadn't showed me in weeks, maybe even years. He's telling you now, I done went back weeks, maybe even years, to see what you do against a quarterback like me, a quarterback that has the same, qualities that I have, that can run the ball, that can still pass the ball. How do you defend him? And I think that's what he's telling them without telling them, and saying, hey, this week, this time, I'm going to be ready.
I think he was ready week 6 at Foxborough, because Shannon Sharp continues to say, Coach Belichick, he's still got his ball. This was a first-year starter in his first attempt against the Belichick defense, and early on in that game, Dante Hightower fooled him. And it was almost a pick 6. He got it all the way back to the 4-yard line. And that was the last time I saw that kid fooled in that football game, because the one at the end of the half, he's not fooled. He's just throwing it to the wrong jersey, because there are 2 Patriot jerseys in between you, Patrick, and your receiver in the end zone, and that's a bad idea. That's just kid stuff, right?
Yep. But he threw it across his body.
But he gets away with that a lot.
Yeah.
He gets away with it, but every once in a while you can't. That's why I'm not bought all the way into young Pat.
Make you cry, though.
Okay. But he was so confused that from that point on, from halftime on, he scored 31 points against Bill Belichick in Foxborough on a Sunday night telecast. That's outrageously good and outrageously wrong for Bill Belichick. So don't tell me he still has his fastball, because the kid hung 31 on him in the second half. The kid brought his team back despite his 2 interceptions, one almost a pick 6, a gift touchdown. He brought him all the way back to 33-30 ahead. So it took Tom Brady throwing for 182 in the fourth quarter and outscoring the kid 18-16 in the fourth quarter to pull it out of the fire.
But what if he doesn't? What if Dante Hightower doesn't fool him? Because a lot of
then maybe
it don't fool him.
Well, then maybe Kansas City just walks away with that game, right? Maybe we're having a whole different conversation now.
Skip, a lot of times coverages, there's only so many coverages you can run. Quarters, cover 5, cover 1, single high bomb blitz. It's the fronts that can confuse the quarterback because the quarterback's looking at, okay, in this front, they like to play this coverage behind this front. Steeler, y'all, that 3-4, y'all, you do a lot of things. But the thing is, Skip, and so he was looking at like, okay, this front right here, a lot of times you notice Coach Belichick can have all his line, everybody standing up. Nobody's in the down stand. Because he don't want you to know. Because you try to identify big. Okay, that's the mic. No, we're going to take the mic to the little guy here. So he has everybody standing up because he's trying to confuse you. And so maybe they confuse Pat Mahomes with the front and says, okay, yeah, they gave us this front, but they played this coverage behind it. Pat Mahomes said, y'all won't get me again. I bet you that.
So how many unscouted looks confused check down Alex Smith back in October or early October of 2014 in Kansas City when they won 41-14? You think unscouted looks really just wrecked him?
He just checked everything down.
But Skip, Skip, are you going to talk about Tom Brady turning the ball over 3 times?
Hold on just a second. Then how many unscouted looks fooled check down Alex in the opening Thursday night game? You know, that 2 years ago.
That was Kareem Hunt.
Oh, well, that was 42 points right there. And then 31 points in the second half this year. And how about the check down to Alex playoff game at Foxborough in which he went
that game wasn't close.
12 of 20 on third down. And they controlled the football 38 minutes to only 22 for Tom Brady. And Brady still managed to pull it out of the fire, even though it went to an onside kick at the end of the game. But they dominated all the stats that game. And I don't think Checkdown was fooled by any unscouted looks in that game. I don't know. Maybe I was wrong, but he didn't look fooled in that game.
But Skip,
he only scored 41.
And here's the thing, though. Even though you might fool somebody, let me tell you what helps when you fool somebody. If you get pressure, that's the ultimate fool. You can get exotic all you want to. You can do all that window dressing. It's just like offensive football. A lot of it's just window dressing. We run in the same route. We just giving you different formations and doing motion so get your eyes moving in a different direction.
Okay.
At the end of the day, if I got Reggie White, I ain't got to do a whole lot of looping. If I got LT, they ain't do no exotic loops with LT.
No question.
Go get the quarterback LT. Reggie, Bruce, go get the guy. Dion. We didn't say, Dion, hey, we want you to disguise that. We want you to hold it. Dion,
you playing man.
Dion just do what he does. But see, he doesn't have that now, Skip. So he has to get exotic. These quarterbacks are too good. Peyton Manning was notorious for that. He'd have his backup to go back and look at every time this coordinator he had faced. And if he had faced him at another location, I need that too. And so now I get an opportunity to see what he likes to do in certain situations.
Okay, so you love Blake Bortles. Ha ha. How many unscouted looks? Wait a second. How many caught Blake Bortles off guard at Jacksonville this year when New England visited and Blake Bortles threw for 376 and 4 touchdowns against Belichick?
You think they really
I don't know.
Prepared for Blake Bortles?
You can't prepare. Maybe he fools you because he's so unpredictably.
Right. He actually played a halfway decent game. You're like, oh,
hey, Coach Belichick, like you tell me, when Tom Brady has a bad game, he's human. Coach Belichick's human.
Well, he's human a lot this year.
No, you know what? You need to stop.
Matt Stafford threw for 262 and 2 touchdowns. He was fooled all
What's 262?
Yeah. Well, it was enough. They won 26-10. I don't.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Hold on. How many points did New England offense score?
20. Matt Stafford dominated time.
No. You told me check down Alex dominated the time of possession. 38 minutes to 20 minutes.
I'm confused on you, Skip. I don't know who you with. You just with Brady, huh?
I'm with Tom Brady.
That's it. That's it.
You don't care about nobody else.
I'm not a Patriot.
Cowboys.
Wow.
You care about the Cowboys, but you only care about
the ones
Brady.
you shouldn't care about.
Yeah, see, everybody.
They've been hurting you for so long. I don't know how you keep being a fan.
That's a good question. But I am.
He's hard-headed.
Committed.
You just like the abuse, huh?
Yeah.
Are you?
Go ahead, let me down again.
Are you a Taurus? Because you really stubborn.
I'm not a Taurus.
You really stubborn. You don't hang hard.
I was born in the year of the tiger.
I feel like I'm around a lot of stubborn Tauruses.
But that's okay. They're gonna bring, you know what? Eventually, you know what would really hurt it? If the Cowboys were to get to the Super Bowl and lose it. Oh, ain't no telling it. You might not come in the next.
What has really hurt both of you is that Bill Belichick is getting exposed.
No,
he's losing his fastball. He is being completely overrated over the last 3 or 4 years. As a personnel director and as a defensive coordinator. Sorry.
He got 2 Super Bowls over those 3 years.
Well, he's got the greatest quarterback ever.
And Brady got the greatest coach ever.
And Tom Brady almost saved his bacon against the one you played against.
But I want to know why Coach Belichick can have like 8 Super Bowl wins if Tom Brady can get him more than 17 points. If Tom Brady can get him more than 17.
Well, he used to be great, Bill Belichick.
Still is.
Yeah. Unscouted looks.
Great. Good.
You know,
I'm looking forward to this one, James.
Stop.
Good to have you.
Cowboys fan that says Belichick is not great. You think that coach over there is great?
Which coach?
The coach Cowboys got.
I've tried to fire him 29 times.
Yeah, we don't have time to go through all of the layers there, James. Not a fan over here. But I'm glad you came on all week. Good to have you. So, guys, Oklahoma, they've got a new quarterback, Jalen Hurts. Could they go 3 in a row?
Hurts. Get out scrap.
Heisman?
Yeah.
Scrap?
Yeah.
We were a big fan of him all year. We're going to have more time to discuss next.
5 in a row?
Sunday on Fox. 1 win away from the Super Bowl. Todd Gurley leads the Rams against Drew Brees and the Saints. The NFC Championship presented by Intuit TurboTax Live. Coverage